Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. It's G from Happiness and Crafting. So today I thought we would do a little bit of recycling. I have an Amazon sort of like one of their little pouches. They're little sort of like envelopes. So I thought I would use this today. This is what it comes like. I've sort of tried to get it a little bit ready. These are what they're like. It's just like a little envelope that comes in the post. So what I've done with this one, I've actually sealed the little flap here, this piece, and I've just stuck it down, and then I've just cut the ends off like here, just the either side, and then I've scored it through here. Now I've just scored it randomly and it gives you like this little pouch. So I want to try and make sort of like a little pocket pouch thingy today. So I'm just going to be sort of like making it up as I go along. But I did score on this bit here and it's ripping. So obviously we don't need that. We don't want that to happen. So I'm going to use a little bit of my craft tape. Now I've just scored it up. Just if you're going to make one of these, just eyeball it. I've just scored it up. Let me just get my ruler just to show you, shall I? Let's see. Now the whole thing is about 30, probably about 32, 33 centimeters. So I folded it up 13. Okay. So you've got 13 centimeters. Let's do that in inches. Sorry. Then it's just over 5 inches on there. So this is probably about 13 inches, this whole thing. So, and I just wanted to fold it up like that. So quite simple. I'm not quite sure how I'm going to attach those. So this is why I'm just sort of like making it up as I go along. Now I'm going to just pop a little bit of this tape here, just to reinforce that a little bit. So on here, let's just put, I don't really want to go over the end. Just like that, because I'm going to gesso it. I want this to be a bit sort of like shabby, and I'm going to be using my Fabulous Florals paper, my new papers, because I just love them, and I just wanted to make something quick, but I'm not quite sure whether this is going to be quick, but just a simple little recycling. Oops. Let's stick that like that. So when that folds up, that's a little bit better on the inside. We shall do the same on the outside. This will be covered up anyway. Let's just make sure we get the right length. And I'm going to just go over the outside edges. Or these sort of like bits where I'm going to put the paper sort of in the middle bit. But I'm going to go around the outside with some gesso. So instead of sort of like inking it dark, I'm going to do it white. So let's just see. That should reinforce it just a little bit better. So, and then, I quite like it like that, but these pockets sort of like pop out like that. So, okay, I'm going to just do this anyway. So I've got my gesso. This is the one that I use, which is the white gesso primer by Galleria. But just use, if you haven't got gesso, just use some white paint. Now what I'm going to do, so this is going to be the inside, I'm just going to go along the edges like this, just with a little bit of gesso like that. Again, just use a little bit of white paint if you don't have gesso, or you can just miss this piece out completely. Doesn't really matter. I just wanted to do a little bit of messy sort of thing, just make it up as I go along this morning. So the start of the week, I thought we'd just do something a little bit messy, like this. So I hope you all loved the Friday freebie last week, and you've downloaded it, and if you haven't downloaded it, remember to go and do it. Doesn't mean you have to make it straight away, but just keep it so you've got it on one of your devices, so you can print it off at some point when you need to make something, because I just love it. I thought it was lovely. So there we go, that's one side. Let's just turn it over and we'll just do this side. So sometimes it's nice to start the week with something messy, isn't it? Something just, because I haven't made anything like this for ages. It's like a little pocket pouch. I used to make them quite a lot, just out of pieces of card. But I thought I'd use a bit of Amazon packaging this time. See how it comes out. Just something sort of like, just to pop some papers in, or a little journal, or some, if you make happy mail. I like to make things that you can send to people, because I know lots of you send stuff out to your pen pals and happy mail and things like that. And I thought these are nice little ideas to do things and send off like this. So I'm going to do that like that. So just want it a little bit scruffy today. I'm in a scruffy, shabby mood, I think. So it might be one of those sort of weeks, which would be nice. So I'm going to just quickly blast that with my heat gun. Just see how it comes out. Okay, so that's pretty dry. I'm just going to add just a little bit more, just to the edges like this, because I want it a little bit more on there. So let me I'll quickly speed this up so you don't have to watch me gesso the whole thing. Okay, so there we go. I've just done that around all of it. So I'm going to quickly dry that again, and then I will just get rid of all this, and then I will be back. So 2 seconds. Okay, so that's all nice and dry. I did go down this bit because I forgot this bit, because I need to put the paper in this bit and this bit. So I needed that piece white as well. So I did that on the back and the front. So now what I am going to do is I'm going to actually pop some paper on this bit. I've left that there because I'm going to use my matte medium for the to glue it down. So I thought I'd use that just in case I need it. Now I've got my beautiful papers here. I absolutely love them. So I'm going to use the ones which have sort of like got the sort of like collagey back on them. So I've got 4 of those. So I'm going to use the 4. I've got another one here somewhere, I think. There we go. So I'm going to use those 4 on there because I'm just loving it. So shall we have the green? I think we'll have this beautiful green dragonfly on the back. So all I'm going to do, I'm going to put that, I'm not going to go right to the edges. I'm just going to put it level, and I'm going to get my ruler here, and I'm just going to tear it down because I'm not going to sort of measure. I don't want it to be exact. I just want to be able to have a little shabby, well, not quite torn, but like that. So let us go this way, or maybe should I just put that there like that to tear this off? There we go. So that's going to be the back like that, and this is going to fold out. I'm not quite sure. I'm going to fill that all in with paper because I'm not quite sure whether I want this to flap down again. And the other piece I'm going to put on here, I'm going to have facing the same way. So what shall we have? Let's just have this piece. So I'm going to have this on here. Let's just move that up. So I will tear it down here like this. Make sure you're sort of the right way. Pick my ruler up. There we go. And then down here. So we're levelish anyway. And we'll just tear that off. So that looks nice. So that will just fold up, And then we want to take, I'll put those two pieces there. And then we want to do the back. So this piece has to go the other way. So let me just make sure I put this on properly. So which one should I go? I think we'll go for this. So we've got the beautiful dragonfly here. So this goes on here like that. Down there. Quick and simple this way, isn't it? Make sure we are level. Tear that down there. And then we shall tear this down here. Look at that piece. That would make a lovely little journal card, wouldn't it? Right, so that's the front piece, and then we just need to do this back piece. And I think we will have this one like this. Put that on there. Put this down. Tear that along. Just tear this little bottom piece off. Whoops. Make sure we're leveled up. So there we go. No measuring. Just a quick, simple tear. Like that. Lovely. Right, let's stick the inside piece on first. Let's go for that's the outside and this is the inside. So a little bit of glue, matte medium, and I've just got a basic paintbrush here. It's just a one from the DIY store when I was there a while ago. Let's make sure we go right to the edge. Like this. So again, I'm using matte medium, but you can use whatever you like. You can use any sort of PVA glue that you want to use. Let's just go to the edge. Let's just stick this down. Go. Lovely. I might go over the top of it, make sure we've got lots, just so it really does stick on there. Well, I'll get the basic bits down first. Make sure we're nice and flat. Let's move that up, and then we're going to pop this piece on here, like that. Nice big load of glue. So there we are. I just fancy sort of like actually making something today. So I thought you might like to join me on making just a little recycled something or other. Little pocket pack book thing. And then you can pop whatever you like inside. There we go. Love that so far. So let's turn this over this way. So this piece has got to go this way, hasn't it? Like this. It's good to use a nice big brush as well, because you can cover quite a lot of ground with it, as long as you get right to the edges. So we want to go this way, don't we? That's straight, don't want to get my head in the way. There we go. Perfect. So then that will sit up like that. Love it. I think that looks lovely. And then we'll pop this piece onto the back like this. hard bit on there, do we? Oops. Okay, let's stick you on there. Lovely, perfect. Really, really quick and easy, like that. I think maybe I will just go over it just with a little bit of this. We don't want these hard bits, just to protect it as well. Let's do this on here. I don't want to get too much glue everywhere. Let's go under here. Make sure you stick it down. There we go. Lovely. Okay, so this is going to need to be left to dry. So I will leave this to dry for a bit, and then I want to make from the embellishment pack of the Fabulous Florals Garden, Fabulous Floral Garden, I'm going to make some little tags just to hang on the front, I think. Now I'm going to quickly just blast this before I do the other side. There we go. That's dry enough for me to turn it over, and then we will just go over the top of this just to make sure it's stuck down nicely, because this has got no sewing or anything on it today. We're just going to be sticking things on. Just like that. Okay. Nice and quick. Right, so I'm going to just leave this for a bit to dry properly. And I'm going to wash my hands. I will leave that, and then I'm going to get, let me have a look. I've got my embellishment kit here, and the ones I was thinking about are the little tiny tags in here. These are the ones that I wanted to do, just so I've got them to hang off the front of the little pocket pack. So I'm going to just cut a few of those out as well, so I'll get those ready and have a little clean up, leave this to dry, so I'll be back. So we'll be about 2 seconds for you. Okay, so perfect. I have stuck the little tags onto a piece of white card just with a little bit of glue stick, and I'm going to cut those out. This is nice and dry now, so that's lovely and dry. I have got some of my seam binding that I used from the Friday freebie, and I've got a little bit of this lovely white cheesecloth that we wrinkled up the other day. So I've got a few of those pieces together. Now the only other thing I was thinking of is putting this so this flap stays up. Now I didn't want to glue it, but I want it to sort of maybe open up at some point. So I might pop sort of like a little pocket or something in there so it can be opened up. And the way that I was thinking of doing, I don't mind seeing the little sort of like crafty paper colour in there. I will put a bit of ribbon or something across there as well. But what I was thinking of doing is popping a couple of little eyelets, if I can open them up. What we have, these nice pretty pink ones, just an eyelet on either side, on the front and the back, so there's a hole through, and then just tying a little bow on here, so you've got like a little bow either side, so you've got to untie it and open it up. So I thought that would be quite nice and something a little bit different, I think. So this does pop like that, so it's got, as you fold it up, it doesn't quite lie straight, so that's why it's quite nice to have the little pocket. I'm hoping you can see that. So what I thought I would do, well, we can try. If it doesn't work, then we know it doesn't work. So all as I was thinking of doing, let's maybe I should sort of like measure it just so we're, what shall we have, 4 inches from the bottom? Do I have, I'm going to take this 4 inches from the bottom, and I will just pop a little mark in there like that, and I will do the same on this side. Oops, take that out of the way. Let's do 4 inches from the bottom like that, and then I will just mark there. Not so far in, about there I think. Make sure that goes all the way through so I can make a hole on the other side. Like that. Does that make a hole? Yes, just about. Then I'm going to get my little crocodile here. Well, I hope this works. If it doesn't work, we will have a hole in each side, won't we? So let me just pop that there. Take that out, make a little hole in here. Like that. This side. Like that, and then here. There. Okay. So let me just turn this around so we're on the right little one. So, oops, let's get all these little bits out of the way. So what I want to do, I want this facing the front, like that. And then we will just clip that on. That's done. This one facing the front. Nice little pink eyelets are really pretty. Pop that in there. Squash that down, and we will do the same with the back. So I will have another 2 of these. Then I will have it, I think, so these are showing at the back this way. Like that. So let's hope this works. There we go. Oops, I hope it's not going blurry. There we go. So those 2 holes should match up. So it doesn't really matter what colour ribbon. We could have the green or the pink. Let's go for the pink. Again, I'm just using the little bit of seam binding. And oh, that's going to look nice, isn't it? I do the bow the right way. Perfect. And then you can just undo that. So that's roughly the size of the piece that I need, because you don't want it any bigger than that. So let's make sure it's the same size. Let's just measure this like that. Cut that off. That piece can go over there for something else. Let's pop this back through here. Like this. Oh, I think that looks so pretty, doesn't it? I'm going to do the same with this side. Let's just, if we can, stick it through all the way and do a lovely little bow. I want to keep these on there actually, because I want to put that something across the top, and then we can make sure it's not in the way of these little bows. So look at that, doesn't that look cute? Love it. Like that, Perfect. You can scrunch them up a little bit if you want to. So what was I going to do? I was going to pop a little bit of this along the top as well, but I need to cut it. I don't want all of that, just a little bit wrinkled up cheesecloth. So this is going to have to be sewn on, because stuck on, because I'm not going to do any sewing on here. I'm just going to use glue today, because I do know lots of you don't have sewing machines, or you don't like to sew on there, so we can just glue it on. So that's got to be glued on, but I did want a bit of ribbon. What have I got? What's this? Would that look nice? What else have I got here? Got a little bit of this, which is got little sort of daisies on it. I just need something. Actually, I might use that, not all of it. Let me cut that off here. Maybe I'll just use 2 rows. Let's take that row off. I'm going to put that down first, and then that over the top, and then I can use these or dingle dangle off there. So there we go. That's what I'm going to do. Let's pop this on with a little bit of glue. It's a bit wibbly wobbly, this, isn't it? Let's have a little bit of Fabri-Tac in here. Get that dried off bit. We don't need that. So I hope you can see on this. I hope I'm in shot. Pop some glue on here. All the way down there. What did I do with my cheesecloth? Oh, right in front of me. Okay. Let's just stick this on here. Wrinkle it up a bit. Stick this end on. Then we know how much we can wrinkle up. Like this. Perfect. There we go. And then this piece, if I stick that piece on, do we need 2 pieces, or do we just need the one? Like that. I think actually I might just use the one piece. But do we need a little bit of colour in there? I would, if I was sewing it, I would probably sew in that on. A little bit of seam binding, but I'm just going to make it like this. A little bit of glue. Pop this on. Down. Perfect. Actually, I could have used, or I still can, some of my little flower, my little rose trim. Good night. Where's that? Here we go. Here's my little box. Look at that. Isn't that lovely? Lots of yummy rose trim in here. All sorts of different colours I have. Quite yellow would look quite nice, wouldn't it? Go with a pink, a purple. See, it does just look so pretty, doesn't it, on here? That over the top would look nice as well. Decisions. Oh dear. Let's see. I think maybe we will have, shouldn't have stuck that other one, but maybe we will have some of that on the top. Just pop a little bit of that on there. Oh dear, look at that, isn't that lovely? Right, I will have a think. Let me just wait. Let me just cut these little tags out. Now I am liking that. I think that looks really lovely. So let's just sort these tags out. Let me have a think about that one. Now I've got these on here, so let's just cut these out like this. Whether we use all of them, I don't know. Let's see. So I've just glued these on, just onto a little bit of white card. I printed the actual tags onto 160 GSM paper, but it's still not quite thick enough. But I do like it like that. That looks nice. It's a nice thickness, and I haven't made little dingly dangly tag things for ages. So let's just pop these on like that. Just cut a few out. Actually, I might cut all of them out. So what I'll do, I will fast forward this because you don't need to see me cutting all of these out. Okay, so there we go. So this is the last one of our little sort of dingly dangly tag thingy majigs that we're going to do. Let's pop this in the bin out of the way. Now I love these. I think they look really, really nice. So I don't want to, maybe I will just edge it just a little bit, just to define the edge. Sorry, my phone was ringing then, so I'm just going to go round just a little bit, just to define the edge, just like that. Now I may not need all of them, but I will just ink round them. Let me get my ink pad. Oh, I think this is the right one. No, that's my old one. I normally sort of like pop a date on here. This is February 22, so when I've actually got my ink pad, just to remind me of how long it's going to last me, and which is my newest one that I bought, so I know which one to use. So there we go. Just ink it a little bit. I'm going to leave this white. I like it white around the outside. I like the little what's it called, gesso around the outside. I think it looks really nice, not so dark. Just going to pop it around these because I think these disappear too much on top of this here, so you can see, can't you, this one just sort of like highlights the edges a little bit like that. And then we just need to pop a little hole in the top of each one, and then we can have a little ball pin and hang it off. So let's see if that's what that looks like. I'm going to hang it just from our little thing. I'm not sure whether I will put anything on there. Rose trim. Let's just get some ball pins. There we go. It's my little pot of pins. Now we also need to make a little hole. Get this little hole punch here. No, that's my heart one. That's no good. You can tell I'm not very organised today, so I'm making it up as I go along, which is fun, but doesn't make me organised. So I'm just going to pop a little hole in each one, and then we can see how many we're going to use. So I love the little dragonflies. I just love this little snail. I just think he's the cutest. Let's get all the little bits off like this. Could put a pocket on there, couldn't we? Let's see, let's have this little one here. Let's just dangle you off from the middle like that. Let's turn it around this way. I just love these little dingly danglies. Should we have, how many should we have? How many can we fit on here? I think I'll have it this way, like that. Let's see. Turn them around. Let's have a little tag shaped one this side, like that, and then we can have one of these ones, little snail one either side, and then I will keep these, so we'll have 5 on there for now. I think that's quite enough. They'll fit without making it too cluttered. So we'll pop our little snail on there, like that. Another one of these, going to glue everywhere, all over my fingers. There we are. Now they just dingle dangle, lovely. Now, what I was also thinking was, what was I going to do? I was going to pop some of this at the top, wasn't I? Just to sort of like even it out a bit. I'm not going to put flower trim on there, rose trim I mean. What should we have on there? I think I'm just going to put this double one on there like that, and maybe a few of my little bow on there. That looks nice, doesn't it? Let me turn it around this way. It's easier for me to glue down the side. Let's put this on there. Stick that down. And then we'll pop you on the top. Shall we have the blue one? Or shall we have a little purple one? I quite like the blue one. Should have had a pink one to go with our bows, but I don't think I have any made, but we will have a blue one instead. I'm going to stick you on there, and I'm going to get one of my little pegs like this just to hold it on like that. Okay, so what else can we do on here? I'm not going to bother about popping anything in the little pouches, I think, but I will just open this out. I do like these little bow closures. I think they look really pretty. I'm going to open this up. So I would like to put something here. So what have we got in the embellishment side of things? I've got these lovely little pockets, which are nice, and I have got lovely little journal cards to go with it. So shall we pop a couple of little pockets on? What should we have? Shall we have these 2 bottom ones, I think? Let's pop this to the side. Cut these little pockets out. So these fit the little journaling cards. So let's just cut around here. I normally have everything ready, so you don't have to see me cutting. But as we were making it up as we go along, you can see my thought pattern, really, I suppose you would call it, how we do things. Now, and see if it will fit inside. I'm going to just to make these level, so they don't, so I can pick that up. Just going to go over the edge. Let me get one of my little woolly tools. Just going to go along here so I can bend these properly. Down here, just score it like that. Down there, and this one, don't press too hard. Again, all of these embellishments are printed onto a 160 GSM paper. Like that. Perfect, and then they just fold over lovely. Like that. Just so pretty. There we are. Pop that to the side. Oopsie daisy. Let's just ink this little bit here. Just the top piece. And then these, I think, can go like that and stick on, and then I'm going to get these. So what should we have in there? We can have sort of like opposites. It doesn't really matter what we put inside because they are all really, really lovely. I might actually cut them out with my cutter, would be easier. Now my nice big desk is getting very, very small with all my stuff on it. Let's just cut these out. Now again, you can sew around these, but I'm going to just leave them as they are for now. I might sew them a little bit later, but I think I just want to show you how you don't need like a sewing machine and everything. You can just cut everything out and just use it. Should we have a couple in each little pocket? No, I didn't cut that one very well, did I? Never mind. Let's cut these out. Oh, that one. Not paying attention, am I? Okay, let's see if we can get this one straight. There we are. That's a little bit better. Easier for me to cut. Okay, so we have 6 little journal cards. Let's bring this back in. So little tags. So let's just stick these down, and then our little journal tags fit in there lovely. So let's just glue this down. Shall I just ink that, because I've left a little bit of a white bit on there. Like that. There we go. A little bit of tacky glue in here. So these are just sort of like little extra pockets, because obviously you've got the big pocket at the top to put all sorts of other things in there. Oops. Just there like that. Stick that down, and then this little one can go this side. I like these little sort of smaller squatter pockets. They're really nice. A little bit of glue. Put that on there. Lovely. Now, shall I round the corners off on these, or shall I leave them? Shall we just ink it? Let's so they look really nice. I'll come back and ink those. You don't need to see me inking these. Sorry, my battery just went then. So there we go. I'm just going to pop these into here like that, because we've got 3 in each. So we've got 3 lovely little journaling cards in there, which I think look absolutely gorgeous. So that's that. Shall we have a little, shall we just decorate this a little bit? Shall we pop just a little bit of this cheesecloth on, I think? Just a little bit. Just so when you open it up, there's a little bit of cheesecloth on here. Let's use a little bit of Fabri-Tac. So just pop it, just so it sort of like comes off the pocket like that. Squidges down. And this side. Like that. I might actually just pop a little tag on there. Let's have, I've got a tiny little bit of this purple left. Let's just make a little, like a little cluster. If I can get that through the hole. There we go. Tie a little knot in there. Like that. Chop that off. Pop a little bit of glue on the back. And then just stick that down. There we go. That looks nice, doesn't it? And what should we have on this side? Should we have this little one here? That looks nice. Should we have a little bit of green on this side? There we go. Pop that on. So it doesn't have, these little things don't have to be dingly danglies. You can just sort of like stick them on. There we are. A little bit of glue on the back. And then that can just stick there like that. Perfect. Love it. That looks really nice, doesn't it? I think our little flower is probably stuck on there nicely now. There we go. Now what should we do? So that just folds up there. We've got our little dingly danglies on there. I'm going to put a pocket on there. Maybe we'll have another pocket like that on the front. Got the 2 there. Now what should we have on here? Let us, shall we cut these envelopes out? Shall we make these little envelopes and have a little tuck in here? Or like a little belly band or something to put them into. Sorry, a bit more of my cutting. Just go round. Okay, so that's the envelopes cut out. So let's just score them quickly so they fold better. So let's just get our scoreboard back again. Open this up. Dropped my little tool on the floor. I think it roly-polied off my desk. So there we go. Let's just score these down like this. Oops, that's one. I just love these envelopes. I hope you like the one in the Friday freebie because that is just gorgeous. So again, you can, these all go together so well that you could use all of the Friday freebie bits and pop them into this little pocket pack. Couldn't you? So okay, so that's those scored. Let's pop that out of the way again. Again, let's just fold these in, fold these up like that. Let's just tiny little bit of ink. Let's have a little bit of glue down the side. Gosh, has it dried up? Please don't dry up already. There we go. A little bit down there. And just at the top, like that. And we just stick that down. Super easy to make, and I just love them. So there we go. We've got lovely little envelope there, and another one here. Very, very quick to make. A bit of glue. Down the sides. There we go. Perfect. So these two I would like to go into the little journal. I'm going to put the lid on so it doesn't dry up. So this now, I would like these to go onto here. So shall we just have a little belly band that goes down there? Shall I use some of the bits of paper that I cut off? Couldn't I? Here, I could just use a little bit of this down through the middle there. Actually, I could use a whole piece if I cut that off nicely. And then we've got the flower. I think this one, I did like this one, but it might be a bit too... Oh no, that fits perfect, doesn't it? Let's have the little flower, because that's lovely. I'm just going to cut that so it's a little tidier. My gosh, you should see the mess I have here. And stuff everywhere. Let's just tidy it up a bit. There we are. That's a little bit better, isn't it? Let's just ink this edge. Just a little bit. Just there. Come back to here. So a little... And I'm going to just stick that on there like that. Maybe I'll use a little bit of Fabri-Tac for this one. I can just stick on there. Like that. Perfect. Where's our little envelopes? There we are. And then these can just sit in there like that. Nice and snug. Perfect. Make sure that's dry. We don't want that falling off, do we? Let's get the little bit of glue off. Oh, I love this. Love it. Okay, so let's do a little pocket at the front. So let's do these little bows up. Pop that through the hole. Do up our little bow. Again, you could pop lace, you could pop all sorts of things on here, couldn't you? And then, depending on how much you've got inside, it depends on how tight you do up your bow. So let's pop that through there. Like that. And tie that up. Perfect. I am loving this. So I'm going to put one more pocket on the front, and I think that would probably be about enough then. So I think I'll put this one on here. Or should we have a big one? No, I think a big one's going to be too much. We'll just have a little pocket like this one. A little bit more cutting out. Let's pop this up here. Let's just cut this out quickly. like this. Down there. Like this. Okay. Now see if I can bend. I'm not very good at bending like that. It just goes all wibbly wobbly. So let's just do it properly. Let me just do it properly like this. And down like this. And down there. A little bit, little buzzy bee on there. Tiny bit of ink on there, and then we will just pop you. I don't want it right on top of that. I think I'm going to pop you just to the side. There. Little bit of glue. There we go. And we are nearly done. I think this is lovely. Another bit of a long video. Oops, we don't want you in there. But we did a start to finish. So perfect. And again, there's so many little pockets and tags and all sorts of things that if you decided to make something like this, you can just use your imagination, and you can even decorate the back as well. So let me just cut one of these out and pop in the front. So we have the little ladybug on there, look. I'll cut it out like this. Let's see how straight I can cut. There we are. Okay, perfect. And I think on this one, I will just, if I can get all these little bits out, just edge it with the little corner punch, because I love it. So that just sort of like finish it off. I do love the corner punches. I have said that before. And we've got the lovely little ladybug in there. Perfect. Little bit of cheesecloth. Should we pop a little bit of cheesecloth on there just to finish it off? Still haven't sharpened my scissors, and one of you lovely ladies told me to do it with some tin foil, cut through some tin foil, so I will do that. I must do things like that, but I always forget. I get back into my craft room and start working, and I forget all about it until I want to use the scissors again. Or should we pop this little one on there? Lovely. Actually, I might pop you on there as well. Should we pop you on there? A little bit of purple on here, or should we have a little bit of, let's have the matching pink like that. I can get that through the hole. There we are. Matching pink to go with that, and then we've got the little purple flower. Long scissors, let's use these. Pop you on there, and then you on there. Love it. And on there. I think this looks just so pretty. So shall I, or shall I not, bring in just a little bit of this? I think I might. I just can't resist, can I? I'm going to use the pinky one. Which way round does it go? Just a little bit there on the bottom. Like that. And there with the butterfly. And then on this one, like I did in the Friday freebie one, I'm going to pop just a little bit either side like that. I'm going to do 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Like that. 2, 4, 5. This side. So a little bit of glue. Pop you on there. A little bit on here. Like that. Just think that looks so pretty. Now I'm going to get out what we did on the Friday freebie and see if it will go into our journal, into our little pocket pack. So here we are. We've got this one, which was our beautiful envelope. So that we can pop into that one, can't we? That little pocket there. And then we've got our lovely little sort of folio thingamajig, and that can go into there like that, which is perfect. So there we go, guys. I love that, really do. And again, you can pop a pocket on the back, but I quite like it plain like that, and I just think it's lovely. You've got your little dingly danglies on there, couple of little pockets on there, so I think it's great. So there we go, guys. Thank you so much for joining me. That was fun. I did enjoy making that. It's nice to just do things and sort of like make it up as I go along. I think that's fun. So there we are, guys. Thank you so much for joining me. Please take care, stay safe, and I will see you all soon. All right, guys, bye bye.